This is the OMP Hobby M4 combo kit. This is how the production series will arrive to you. How should we do the unboxing? This way? Or let's do it on the quick way. Well, I don't know which one you prefer, but I think so. We need to find a way in between. So that's why in the next 6 minutes I'm going to show you everything in this box, and at the end I'll show you something else too. I think we don't have to talk about all the tiny bits and bobs, you know them anyway, but if you think so, I forgot something, or you have a question, put it in the comments and I'll reply as soon as I can. Everything is nicely packaged and mostly labeled, apart from few very obvious things. Bad news for kids and girls, only one set of stickers is included. I don't know why factories don't put more in, and you can't order them as spare parts either. This is the battery tray holder. As you see, most of the time you will work with one bag, as they have everything you need for that step. Just follow the manual simply. Speaking of which, the manual, I'm going to talk more about it a little bit later. The next part is very important. This is the motor roll bar. This is supposed to protect your motor in a crash. There will be parts in the box like this. You see nothing special. They are well designed, they are nice, they do the job. The landing skid is a one-piece part, and still it feels very sturdy. I'm pretty sure this has a high impact resistance, so it can survive even harder landings. In aviation, red strap means remove before flight. Well, not at these velcros, they hold the battery. And these will hold the tail servo in the frame. Of course, that's the servo arm. I think this is an AB glue needed sign. These linkages suggest that they must be glued onto the tail pusher. Although these servo arms are plastic, they feel very sturdy. And there are the nuts for the balls. And yes, these plastic blades have nice patterns. Indeed, they made out of plastic, and yet they are not floppy at all. Some bits and bobs, washers, screws. And now let's see the cool bit. The canopy. Is it strong to say it's a masterpiece? Whatever, this is a beautiful job, especially the yellow one. It's well designed, nice, simple shapes, quality coating, will be visible in all conditions. I love it. However, it could be better inside. Not a big deal because this is not visible. Before you get a heart attack, there are two side frames in this bag, not just one. The middle section looks narrow, but it should be enough. Tail parts. This looks a bit complicated because it has many parts. Perhaps we have to pay attention to build it. The main plate is quite heavy because it's made out of metal. Now let's see the fancy bits. To be honest, the foam packaging is very nice and pretty smelly. There is the motor, the swash plate and the tail rotor pre-assembled. But these two must be reassembled as the manual reads. The Sunny Sky DD motor has got its connector. One less problem, no soldering here. As I said, it's pre-assembled, but it must be taken apart into many pieces. Then you have to reassemble it with thread locker. And this is also true at the tail rotor. Just follow the manual. If this is not your first heli, you know that. Pay attention at the balls. The second fancy package is the main rotor head and the electronics, the 4 servos and the 65Ms ESC. All 4 look very similar. These two will be the cyclic servos. And here is the third cyclic on the top and the tail servo on the bottom, at least in my case. The main rotor head is also pre-assembled, reassemble it. This is the 65A ESC. As you see, the connectors are already installed on both ends. This means you won't need to solder anything at this model. This saves you some time and troubles during the building. If you miss the challenge, keep calm, you will have plenty of them. The tail and the cyclic servos look about the same. The only visible difference is the model number. This ends with a T at the tail servo and ends with a C on the cyclic servos. We will find the long parts in this wrapping. A weird-shaped tail boom and the Rotortech Ultimate 385 main blades designed by Jonas, who dreamed this helicopter for us. To be honest, this is a shape I've never seen before, and I don't know how this shape is called. Can anyone tell me the name of this shape? These plates are not new models, but this is what's called masterpiece. The Rotortech Ultimate 385 is one of the best plates out there, and they are just gorgeous. And yes, I mentioned the manual earlier. The manual is part of the box. No printing needed, no hassle. This is a difference between the pre-production kits and the production series. Everything is absolutely obvious in the manual. Very well detailed, like a scale model manual, including part numbers, specifications, dimensions, technical data. Everything you need if you have to find and order spare parts. Okay, no colors, but this doesn't impact the manual at all. I mentioned it already at the beginning. You will need AB glue for the tail push rod, because this is a proper carbon fiber rod. Before we finish this up, do you want to see something else? The spare parts? If so, here we go. Here are the spare parts. Well, this is it for now. Hopefully nothing was forgotten, but if you missed something or you have a question, just drop a comment. And please give us a like, subscribe to get notified about our next related videos. And see you guys in the next one.